Good evening, my name is Kathryn Seward. I have a master's in psychology from Rhode Island College. I've been involved in emergency medicine for over 35 years. I'm currently employed at St. Vincent's Hospital in the emergency room. I live in Burrillville. I passed out images of the SPECT brain scans. I wanted everyone to see them. These are not artist renditions. This is a real test. Included in these scans is a scan of an individual that represents what would be expected to be found in a person who has been exposed to polluted air environment. While imaging tests like x-rays can show what the structures inside your body look like, a SPECT scan produces images that show how the brain works. My emphasis today is on small particle matter, or sometimes called small particulate matter, which comes under the auspices of less than 2.5 milligrams per piece. And in essence, to make you understand how small these are, they are 1/36 the size of a grain of sand, or less than a quarter of the end of a hair. So we're talking about very small particles that are not even at this point being addressed through the EPA, but I have been in touch with them. And they tell me every 5 years they are looking at other pollutants that are coming into the environment. This is huge on their list, and as I speak to you about it, you'll understand why. It will be something that they will be measuring in the near future. These particles that are so small travel in the environment. They will dump most of the matter from this power plant within a 12-mile radius. But some of these particles will be able to be found over 200 miles from the site. This pollution is going to be enormous to the health of people, not only in Burrillville, but the surrounding areas, and I believe as far as all of Rhode Island will suffer. Dr. Amen, who gave these scans to us, is a double board certified psychiatrist, clinical neuroscientist, brain imaging specialist. He has spent the last 35 years of his life imaging brain, trying to find a better way for us to treat mental health conditions, which we are, in my mind, in the dark ages with. SPECT is the name that is used to talk about a nuclear medicine study that looks at blood flow and activity patterns. It is widely used in the study of heart, liver, thyroid, bone, and brain problems. Let's travel with the particles once they enter our body. Now, these are so small, they're going into our bloodstream, and they're going up our nose, literally, and into our brain. So here's the particles. The particles that make it past your nose may be more damaging than any of the particles we have been studying up to this date. The lining in the human nasal cavity contains millions of specified nerve cells that wave tens of millions of tiny hairs in a gel of mucus. These hairs detect inhaled chemicals and transmit information about them to the smell center of your brain, called the olfactory bulb. Your nasal nerve reaches all the way into your brain. This direct line allows your nose to communicate very quickly with your mind. It also makes us susceptible to pollution. Particles entering your nose can actually travel along the olfactory neuron pathways from the nasal hairs right into your brain. Once in the brain, pollutant particles can directly kill neurons when toxic metals and compounds from a power plant are attached to them. Scientists already know that they may also cause damage and disrupt the microglia. Microglia are the brain's unique army of immune cells. Microglia are the sentinel, bodyguards, and trash collectors of the brain. Among other things, they identify threats to the brain health. Collectively, to neutralize and remove any offenders which make it up into the brain. The microglia encounter a polluting article. They mistake it for a germ. This is very important, with disastrous results. Microglia in the presence of a particle produce a variety of chemical compounds meant to kill the interrupter. The chemicals then accumulate and begin to damage and kill surrounding cells. And the toxins can corrupt the magnolia, leaving them permanently in attack mode and otherwise unable to perform the important functions like removing waste from the brain. Inflammation, which we already know is a major killer and has been linked to most diseases that we have in our body, both physically and mentally, is a result of pollutants in our body. So help me God, in 30 years, if I'm not here and you still are, you will know that what I'm telling you today is going to be found to be the number one cause of most of our diseases. So what's this going to leave us with Burrillville? Well, the Burrillville residents who have to breathe in this air will have things like mood disorders, increased dementia, neurodegenerative depression, permanent cognitive impairments in their children, stroke, Parkinson's, birth defects, central nerve system diseases, Hutchinson's disease, epilepsy, childhood development delays, and permanent cognitive damage. Children in polluted areas around power plants have been known to have IQs more than 20% less than people who live in a green zone, which is where we brought our children so that we would not have to put up with this. Thank you.